Greetings to you all, and welcome back to our co-op Let's Play of Seiken Densetsu 3. We're chasing pretty lights.
Hell yeah. That's what we do.
A golden statue. We're going to love these later on. We're not going to actually care about it that much now. But...
Not about that.
Oh, you're on about that. Go on then, have you?
Yeah!
Now, these chaps are springs. Now, if you're thinking this is pointless but good fun, then you're kind of right. They fire you miles into the air, but they don't actually fire you anywhere. You will land back on the same spot as such.
On your head.
And you break your back. However, it's worth it. The idea of this is you get a nice overview and you can see roughly sort of where towns are. If we're trying to get from one town to the next, that will tell us that the town is, I don't know, northeast. So we know roughly where we need to go. Anyway, you've now activated a golden goddess statue. There are two types of goddess statues. Silver ones, which let you save the game, and gold ones, which give you a full heal and then let you save the game. For that reason, gold goddess statues are probably the best thing in the game. They're like free ins. You can use them for farming purposes, and you can just run back and forwards between it, getting full heals. Perhaps we should talk a little bit about farm. We're not going to sit here and grind for several hours in this game. At least I'm not. So if you plan to, I'm going to leave you way behind.
I'm not going to grind in this game.
I think we agreed we're just going to play through the game at a natural pace, and that's an interesting looking gargoyle there.
Can't do anything about him yet, though.
Yes, no interactions with that thing. How odd. But yes, we will just play through the game as it intended, get any experience from the monsters we kill. If we go the wrong way, we go the wrong way, and we get a bit more experience. But we won't purposely run around in circles for hours to get our levels up. That's not our style. Though it seems taking advantage of unconscious women on the floor seems to be this man's style. Here comes another slap. So we stumbled across a fairy.
Bloody fairies.
That light was a fairy. Now, if you figured out light, fairy, hang on, I see a connection here, then well done to you. You're incredibly aware of what's been going on. You've really been paying attention. Well done.
They watched the first video if they know what's going on.
Well, even watching the first video, when I played this game the first time, I didn't have a clue what the first video was about when I got to this point. But it's about to be explained by the game.
Ah, that bloody seal. Oh.
Red light. Yes, the fairy's going to go inside you. Worry not.
Inside my head. There's naughty things in there. Ah!
That's an interesting dance. It looks like you're trying to stamp out a fire quite ferociously. And now Fairy has joined our team. Fairy is a spirit, but she's not a spirit.
But you're missing the most important thing. You do something awesome. Awesome music!
Ah, the fairy music, yes, it chimed with heavenly goodness. But the fairy is a spirit who will help us out. She says she can remove the seal. That's quite handy. And apparently you were talking to that fairy for about 8 hours, because it's now early hours of the morning. Oh, you cut off his pom-pom.
Oh!
Level ups. Now, are we going to explain all of the stats at once right now?
Yeah.
Great. Strength. That's an easy one. The more points you have in strength, the more damage you do with physical attacks. Very good for Duran. Agility. Now, if you up your agility, that increases your chance to hit, your chance to evade, and also, quite surprisingly, it slows down that wheel of traps we saw on the chest. That's really just a little side benefit. We don't need that. Vitality. The more points you have in Vit, the more HP you get, but it also increases your physical defense. Intelligence is for the spellcasters. You put points in intelligence, you get more magic damage on your offensive magic spells, and it also increases your magic defense. Yes, you didn't realize I was done, did you?
Spirit?
Important to notice intelligence does magic defense. Spirit! Yes, spirit. Spirit is for defensive magic spells. Things like healing. The more points you have in spirit, the more your heals will cure for. And then we have luck, which is arguably the pointless one. Luck increases critical hit chance, and it increases the number of OKs on the trap wheel, and it also does some kind of saving death throws. We'll get to those later.
But dude, the critical chance, we always want that, don't we?
Critical hits, yeah, that's superb. You do like 3 times damage. That's awesome.
Yes.
The game is bugged. Yes, square. Everything's bugged.
Ah.
Critical hits are bugged, and so that they can occur, but they occur with an ungodly low frequency. As in, you could play the game for 100 hours and never see one kind of low frequency.
No.
So increasing your chance of critical hits is pointless, because you go from having to take 100 hours to having to take 99 hours to see one.
So what we're going for is strength, yes?
Yes, we want as much strength as we can get on this chap. Now, I think I'm right in saying this, that each of the characters tend to have their own sort of natural stat. Duran is obviously our strength boy. There he is. Angela, she was the black mage, so she gets a lot of intelligence. Charlie, she was the cleric, she gets a lot of spirit. Hawk, he was the ninja, he gets a lot of agility. Kevin, he's the grappler, he gets a lot of vitality. And I suppose that means Lise gets stuck with the luck. Unlucky Lise. You'll notice that you can now one-shot all of these things because of that extra point in strength. Very good.
Indeed.
Don't know what you're looking for. The fight here is over.
I know. I'm just trying to think. How do I go? It's
You need to go back to the town.
Up, right, then down, isn't it?
Yeah, right, down. See how much more powerful he is now. He has this strength up, and that's a chest.
Oh.
Circle
Circle of Doom.
I'm guessing so. Oh. I'm not sure if luck influences whether or not you get the Circle of Doom, but if you get the Circle of Doom, then luck does definitely influence how many OKs you get on the circle. So it's not a useless stat, and the saving throws, they're handy. I'll talk about those when one actually happens. Oh dear, what kind of a guardian are you?
My fault.
You should have realised we only had until those beastmen that fell asleep guarding the thing woke up and realised you were gone. Fortunately, they're probably asleep again now, so we can proceed. Ah, who is this chap? Who's very poor at conjugating English.
Very poor clothes he's wearing as well.
Do not mock my clothes.
It's you.
Yes, I'm Kevin. I'm not looking at the screen because I don't have control yet. I want to go to Wendell. Why do I want to go to Wendell? Let's find out what happened to me if you'd played my storyline. I had a friend called Carl. There he is. He's a dog. We had no mother.
You had a statue.
Yes, we had a safe statue. It was a sad day. Sad day.
Carl betrayed you.
That's right, Kevin is a beast man. But he's kind of an outcast from his own clan, so he's not with the beastmen that had taken over that town or that had just blown up the other town. He's a good beast man. He's just like a freelancer. Because he is half human, there we go, that's why he's so much smaller than the other beastmen. But he still howls.
He's got a big mouth.
Yes, he has. And you let him join your team or he's going to eat you. The Beast King tricked Carl into attacking Kevin. This is true. You see that evil-looking chap on the left there? He's an evil, evil man who casts spells, and he cast a nasty spell on Carl, and it made him attack me. Yes, I'm role-playing. Look at me go.
I attacked the Beast King.
Yes, he's the king of the beastmen. He's far more powerful than me. He threw me upwards in some kind of cyclonic spin. Yes, fear not, I shall defeat them all for you, and I'm level 4.
And you are one hell of a lot of
Really?
HP.
And the question is, how do I take control? There we go, I've got control. I can look at the screen and talk to you all. No, just me. Hell yeah. So now we have our second party member. His name is Kevin. He starts level 4, which means that you are horrendously underleveled. Poor you. You'll make those levels up fairly quickly, I imagine. Anyway, we're now a team of 2, and we can control the people individually. If you're playing this game on your own, then he would be computer controlled, and he would follow you around like a lost puppy, like this. Which I can't simulate very well. Anyway, he would.
Okie dokie.
Get your fairy to open this thing for me. I need to go.
You need your puppy.
So basically, in this game, enough of your
Rainbow.
performance, woman. Everybody wants to go to Wendell, usually to meet the priests of light. I want Carl resurrected. You want to learn about the class change. Very nice. We'll see Angela's reason later on. But first we must go through the cave of waterfalls that has mushrooms inside. First thing to notice about Kevin, he attacks twice. Oh yeah, twice. Best of luck. You are so lucky. I call hacks.
I called twice.
Ooh, a statue. You need the healing. It doesn't matter who activates the statue, everyone gets fully healed.
Hell yeah. Extreme turning point means save the game.
I say we just start parading our way through this cave a little bit.
You
You notice the way I walk, it's quite awesome. Okay, so I attack twice. Each of my attacks can connect, and they do roughly the same amount of damage as you do. That is what makes Kevin so good in the early game. I lose my advantage later on as the enemies get stronger. But for now, I'm awesome. We're never going to get hit by a trap, are we? Anyway, you choose which way you want to go. Kevin, follow.
Use your special technical.
I am, there it is. Wonderful stuff. Now, the thing about Kevin, he hits twice. That means he builds up his tech bar, the 4 dash thing that turns green at the bottom of the screen, twice as fast if both the hits connect. My special then is also double hit, which means it's awesome.
You walk funny.
Do not mock the way I walk. Look how I run. Mock that instead. It's even funnier. It's Carly! Leave her be. Leave her! No, do not save Carly. Yes, the cute little girl from Wendell. Now we get Carly's backstory. And if you're thinking, what the hell, she's not in our team, why are we getting backstory for Carly? Then I can't answer that question.
Hey!
Everybody loves those springy things, though Carly has a way of using them that actually propels her to different places for some reason. And this all looks pretty bad.
Bad man.
Heath's a very bad man. Oh no, not Heath, sorry. The other guy was a bad man. Heath's the good guy. Not Heath. Anyway, here's a quick question for you. Do you care about Carly's story?
Of course we do.
No, we don't! Let's end the video here, and maybe we'll keep listening to her next video. I don't know, but hopefully you'll join us for that.
Indeed.